So a few weeks ago, I talked about how you can build confidence for yourself in this video. In this video, I want to talk about how your environment plays a part into building your confidence, or how you can create an environment that is conducive to building confidence. So let's get started. So I want to share you 3 ways that I do to build confidence-inducing environments. And the first one is that I isolate myself. So this is what works for me. So whenever I'm the lowest performing person in a group, I tend to compare myself. Oh, I'm not as organized as this person. I'm not well spoken as that person. And I don't like that feeling. I hate competition. It leads to self-comparison, and it gives you not very nice things in your head. And it leads to negative self-talk. So over the years, I learned that being away from people, it changes the way I talk to myself here. I learned that being away from people or learning things online by myself on YouTube or just reading articles to improve myself, it really changes the voices in my head. So the voices change from, oh, you're not as good as this person, you're not an organized person in comparison to other people. It becomes, hey, you're actually not so bad. You're actually a lot better than you were a year ago. Sometimes isolating myself is the most effective way for me to stop comparing myself to other people, and also very good at building self-confidence. Of course, you also have to have balance, right? Because being with other people who are much better than you are, it puts you in your place. It humbles you. Thing is, too much of everything is never a good thing. If you're always alone and then you have a lot of positive self-talk in your head, it's also not very good for your ego, right? You're gonna become arrogant. So it's also important, moderately, to be in an environment where there's a lot more people that are much better than you are in whatever it is, whatever skills that you are trying to develop. So it's kind of an art to balance isolation and social life in order to build confidence and stay humble at the same time. But again, this is something that works for me. If you are somebody who is driven by competition, it kind of pumps you up, then by all means go for it, more power to you. But for those of you guys who are still discovering yourself, maybe my way is worth a try. So maybe you can isolate yourself for a few months, really not go to a lot of social events for these few months, and just focus on working on yourself, your confidence, and see what that does to your head. Number 2, big no to toxic people, or be very selective with the people that you hang out with. To me, the definition of toxic people are those who are passive-aggressive, who don't have good energy to be around, who shows signs of envy and jealousy, who tries to put you down, who never wants to be blamed, unsupportive, and never reacts positively to your good news. I think that is toxic people, and if I see signs of one of these things in a person or a group of people, they are out of my life. I'm pretty harsh when it comes to giving second chances. I can confidently and shamelessly say that I'm one of those people who choose their environment very carefully. Or in Indonesian, pilih-pilih teman. I am someone who always pilih-pilih teman. So I realized that when I was back in my country, younger, there were a lot of drama. Of course, when I was in high school or middle school, right, there was a lot of drama, there was a lot of backstabbing, there was a lot of talking behind each other's back. And now that I'm here in the Netherlands, I have none of that, or not that I know of. I feel so much peace in my life, and I just love it, you know? So it's just, this is the kind of peace that I want in my life that I would like to maintain, and anything that tries to ruin that peace in my life is out. So for instance, if I meet new people who I don't vibe with, it's quite unlikely that I would give them a second chance. I will never take the initiative to hang out with them again, or even try to. But if I happen to be in the same friend group as this person, then I will try my best to be friendly, but I wouldn't make the extra effort to speak with them, for instance. I wouldn't even put that energy. So that's my rule with strictly no toxic people to keep peace in my life. Because you'll be surprised, because I'm just so used to having peace in my life, and then when I have people who shows some signs of being unsupportive or jealous, envious, or whatever, it ruins you, you know? It kind of puts a lot of mental energy in your head, and that's just, you don't have time for that. And these people are also quite damaging to your self-esteem, because if they don't like to see you be successful, they're going to pull you down, or they're going to try whatever they can to make themselves feel good. And if that means bringing you down, then that's what they're going to do. So I'm very selective. when it comes to allowing people in my life. So number 3 is to find people who support you. So it's quite natural. It's quite related to the second point that I was talking about. Instead of finding toxic people to be around, then you want to find supportive people. Supportive people don't always mean that they are family or close friends. They could also be strangers or acquaintances who give you supportive words, who are also in the same journey as you are, or who are experiencing same problems as you are. You know, they could be a support group. If let's say you are in a phase of your life where you just don't have that kind of support system, I think it's worth making the effort to seek for it, to seek for a support system, to build a social life, find people you can trust, meeting new people by going to different communities, different events, whatever, because it's worth it. It's uncomfortable to meet new people and to find new people to hang out with, but it's going to be worth it. And yeah, and having a support system is just so important, because when you're at your lowest point, you're going to need people to just, let's say, talk or to vent, you know, it just makes life a lot better to have a good support system. I'm very thankful that I have a good support system that really brings me up, that really pushes me, that really supports what I do. And those kind of people you want to keep around. You know, you want to cherish them, you want to value them, because it's not very easy, especially as an adult, to find people like this. My support system actually comes from different social circles. If let's say I go through something bad, mentally or physically or whatever, I have a good support system, each of them from different social circles to help me out, and that is just valuable. So if you're younger, if you're in your teens or early 20s or mid 20s, I definitely suggest you to make the effort to create that support system and surround yourself with people who really boost you up, who tells you good things about yourself realistically, because it's going to be worth it. So yeah, I think having people who are supportive around you really does wonders to your confidence. And yes, that's just my 2 cents. And that is it for this video. I hope you guys like it, and I will see you next week in another video. Bye bye.